DJ Boxing Live here. DJ Boxing Live here.
Buster Douglas, maximum. Buster Douglas, the fat bump, the leather.
How you doing, fight fans? EJ Boxing Live here. Post-fight, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua knocks out Dillian White in the 7th round, and what a spectacular knockout it was, and what a great fight it was. And British heavyweight scene looks very good. Dillian put up a grave effort. I was at the media from the whole week, so from Tuesday and to Friday media workout. I missed Andy Joshua's media workout, Dillian's media workout on Tuesday, and the press conference on Thursday, and I was at the weigh-in on Friday, so I get the chance to see him close up, Spike and Eubank Jr. and stuff like that. And I could be honest, you say Andy Joshua came out in the press conference I covered on the Thursday, which is on this channel. You can see the full extended press conference, and to me he came out I think, and this is the inside information, inside the gloves off, it was extended. They actually cut it down. It was actually longer than what it actually was, and there were some real personal things that Dillian said to Anthony Joshua about family stuff, and they obviously didn't put it on the gloves off. And I think coming into the press conference, Anthony, he really, well, actually the gloves off thing was actually on the first press conference, but Anthony Joshua really came out. He really came out aggressively in the press conference, and for me then he set the tone going into the weigh-in. And Dillian White turned his back. Anthony Joshua walked in front of him, and he just showed, I'm coming for you, and he really did. And Dillian's like, all right, yeah, you're coming for me, good, we'll make a fight of it. And Dillian put up a good fight. Dillian was working in the Crunk gym, and you can see what Dillian was doing. He's working off the jab, and he was throwing the Tommy Hearns like left hook to the body, and he was trying to get Anthony Joshua to put his hands down so he can go over the top with the right hand, which Anthony Joshua didn't, the body shots was working, but was he overly effective? I'm not too sure. There was something also Jonathan Banks alluded to, that Dillian had a lot of injuries, and to me, if you look at it in the second round when Dillian White caught Anthony Joshua and he was throwing up kabaji, I pointed out to my friend was sitting here watching it, that Dillian's legs actually gave way, and I'm not too sure, I think maybe his meniscus, he gave way as he was throwing punches. You can check it out when you watch his legs, as he was throwing punches, and he stopped at that second. It seemed like there was something wrong with his knee or something, but that maybe because of Anthony Joshua hit so hard, it might have just done something to him. But big credit to Dillian. They're not making no excuses in the White camp. They're giving full credit to Joshua, but it seems to me that there were some injuries, and I guess that's the nature of the game, coming to the sport with injuries and stuff like that. But AJ did what he did. He was extended more rounds as ever been, and also with Dillian extended as well. And I think he done good for both of their careers. Obviously, Dillian got sprayed out, and let's talk about the melee after the first round, and Anthony Joshua caught him a punch. Dillian felt like he was being disrespected, and he came for him. And this as well, Jonathan Banks was the first one in the ring to pull Dillian off, because he got credit, and really aggressively Anthony Joshua's corner was out, and the security was out, and they cleared up. And credit to Foster. He actually let the fight continue. Most referees, talking to some guys in the States, that the fight would have actually been thrown out, and Dillian would have been disqualified. Some people actually think that Dillian White wanted to be disqualified. Well, I don't know. I think he just felt like, I don't give a fuck about the rules. I'm gonna do my thing. This guy disrespect me, I'm gonna start throwing things. So start throwing punches and stuff like that. So a credit to the referee, and good job with the security of clearing it out and letting the fight resume. And obviously it helped out Dillian, because it seemed like Dillian was hurt in the first round, so he had a bit more longer to get a breather to continue. That's probably why maybe the fight extended longer. But Dillian had some good boxing strategy. He was feinting, he was throwing jabs, but he just didn't seem solid, and he's throwing right hands. Good left hook to the body by Dillian. Joshua had really good defenses. He was picking off some of the punches at the top, and he kept on pressing through and just walking down. And the thing is, in boxing, it's like, how can I put it? If a guy is throwing a lot of punches and another guy is picking him off on his gloves, that guy who's throwing a lot of punches then starts to come to fatigue. And I felt also with Dillian, he obviously his conditioning was probably good. Yeah, it's probably good, but not as good as Joshua. I think maybe that has a factor in the fight. And Joshua his power is definitely very powerful. Joshua could use his jab a bit more, I felt. He could use his jab over Dillian's White. Good body shots from Joshua, good body shots from Dillian as well. You know, they were both going to the body, trying to work each other down. It was a very good heavyweight fight. Dillian shows that he's got a very good chin. He can take some punches. I think it's just the accumulation of who wanted it more, and the bigger man just prevailed. And you know, boxing in the heavyweight division, the bigger man is going to prevail. Very big, conditioned Anthony Joshua. It looked like he looked like he was tired, but he still retained power. And the time when Anthony Joshua was kind of resting, Dillian didn't make him pay. And that's good credit to what Joshua was doing, because Joshua had good foot. I see Joshua was bouncing around the ring. I think it was round 4, maybe 5, and he looked like he looked fine. He looked fine. He was talking to Dillian, and the back banter continues now. After the fight, Dillian obviously walked out the ring, and they still have there's no loss for the two of them. Like Joshua didn't really want to say anything about give Dillian no credit, and that continues. And like Joshua said, he won't mind a rematch, but when that fight's gonna happen, who knows? We'll see what Dillian does. Joshua definitely gonna go on for me. I'm thinking with Joshua maybe a Derek Chisora type of fighter next. I think that's good. Malik Scott was there. I think he wanted to probably have that fight. That would be a good fight as well. And for Dillian, I think a fight against Cornish would be good. Gary Cornish would be good. I think that someone like that would be good, and see where he goes from. Dillian's definitely not going to hang around. He says he wants a couple of fights to get back in. He's a fighter at heart, so whether he's going to get in there and lose, he doesn't care about losing. He'll go in there and give the crowd out. And I'll tell you what, he's won a lot of fans, is Dillian, tonight. He won a lot of fans tonight. Joshua, obviously people are looking at him as the flag bearer to go on to win world titles, and Dillian they could probably meet again. And great advertising for British boxing, and for the world to see that Britain has two good heavyweights out there contending for the championship. Now Tyson Fury is probably looking on that thinking he see a lot of weaknesses. I see Peter Fury made a video saying that he saw a lot of a lot of flaws in Anthony Joshua, which he probably would, but he was extended. Excuse me, my friends. I got sneeze. He was extended more than he knew, so he was out of what he normally does, and he was actually put on the back foot, and he was hurt. It's Anthony Joshua, he was hurt. So came through that, answered a lot of questions, and let's see what happens next. Dillian. Dear, my fault. Dillian, let's see what happens with him next as well. Hopefully, he get a fight with a noble name, and people will go see him. Hopefully, he's on Matchroom as well. So anyway, hope it was a good night of boxing, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm EJ Boxing Live, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.
And rating contender, and he had never been knocked down. And Sonny destroyed his mouth. Sophia lost most of his teeth, basically with 1 or 2 left hooks.
Oh shit, boy! What was look at kids sleeping like Manny Pacquiao? EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.